Willkommen.
Alright, so welcome to the random crap podcast. We don't know where this is going, we don't know what this is. We're just bored. That way. Yeah, Creeper's bored also. He's over there, he's just vibing. So yeah, we decided to do this. We're just gonna talk about random stuff. Enjoy some drinks with the variety of drinks we have. We are not sponsored by any of them. I'm not showing the logos, but you probably know what they are. Alright, so we're just gonna talk about random stuff. So let's start off with school system. Stupid. What's your viewpoints on this?
It's absolute bull.
Oh yeah. Since Kappa thinks everything's kid friendly, I gotta get something out there so they're not children content. So yeah, this whole Kappa thing, it can go to hell. There we go. Sorry if I offended anyone with that statement. However, I must say it to protect this channel and this video. First video in 5 months, it seems like, even though it's
the Karens are coming
2
down,
months.
breaking down the door.
Alright.
You said hell.
Okay, now, school system. We're not going to say any more words. Hopefully that's enough. Probably not, but who cares at this point. So, hold on. I'm going to move these. This is already going bad.
Bruh. It's fine, just cut me out of the photo.
Cut them out. Alright, so, school system. Sorry about that, guys. School system. What's so stupid? Because as students, we always talk about how stupid the school system is. But how many actually bring up reasoning at this point?
I mean, quite a few people do. For example, what about the tax making? Where am I gonna use quadratic formulas in daily life? Hey, how much money is this? Here, give me a second. Let me just whip out my notebook and do some quadratic equations. Figure out the exact cost at this x-intercept.
Yeah, I mean, that is stupid. I feel like we need to be taught more, especially with careers, which, I mean, they're doing more effort on. We have career course choosing thing where they have, these quiz, and they basically say, oh, this career seems good for you.
Yeah.
Look into it. Those things are better, but I feel like sometimes it's the school.
Yeah, the school itself.
The school itself. A school can be really, really bad, but I think sometimes the things that make it bearable are the good teachers.
Yeah.
There's amazing teachers out there that, we all love. Did you have... I don't want to reveal any names. Okay. You don't know. You do not. You have...
All right.
You have T. You have Mr. T.
Oh, yeah,
not the Mr. T. Mr. T. I have Mr. C.
Yeah.
What do you think of Mr. T? You know.
Mr. T is a dope guy. He's so kind, and so is Mr. C.
Yeah, Mr. C. I love him.
So
anyone who's watching this, they probably know me already. You probably know who I'm talking about. He gave me the nickname Kool-Aid. It's great.
So basically, schools suck, but teachers make it bearable.
Yeah, but then you got the bad teachers.
Yeah.
You got the dumb teachers.
For example, Mrs. H, maybe?
I don't think we can go out just the first letter anymore. Say something that's just about them. Remember?
We were walking down the hallway talking crap about her, and then she stuck out her head, and then she closed the door on us. Right after Deutsch.
Okay, I'm lost. Okay, let's get back on track with the school. So, teachers make it bearable. Yeah, but school kind of sucks. I mean, I'm not sure about this. I'm not 100% sure, but I heard that there's a politician out there who wanted to make schools last to the normal, U.S. workday, so school would end at 5. It'd go 9 to 5, jobs, so it'd be easier for parents, but I feel
that's
at first
true,
that seems logical.
But then you get into it, and then you realize...
You're no, that's really dumb. I mean, school days enough are stupid.
Yeah.
Because you have to wake up so early.
Yeah, that's another thing. You wake up early, and they're like, why are you so tired? It's only 2 a.m. Did you drink your coffee?
Yeah, exactly. And it's funnier because they're almost they're promoting the caffeine, as I said, but they give us health classes like, no caffeine bed, no caffeine for you, caffeine bed. Only have 1 sip of soda every month. Well, guess what?
Every month. You would like me to refill that for you?
I regret doing that. Maybe they're right on something. But thing is though, is that like it's just you're so tired. It doesn't help, especially in middle school. Middle school and high school. They give out homework.
Yeah, and so
Homework and homework. So it's a cycle where you're like, it's 10 p.m. You're still doing homework. Oh, guess what? You just finished. It's 11:30. Go to bed. Get no sleep. Go to school. Do a bunch of work. And then it's kind of like an endless cycle. And then if you're tired in class, your grades kind of plummet.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially if like certain classes at the beginning of the day, because like midway through the day, that's like the time to have certain classes like math. But like if you have math in the early morning or later on in the day, it's absolute.
I have math first hour.
And that sucks, because like you're all tired, you can't pay attention.
You know, okay, literally the first test, like the beginning of the school year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most time during summer, you know, staying up, having fun, whatever. Talking to friends, playing with friends on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
I have no social life. Well, but the thing is, though, you know, hanging out with friends, you know, usual. Why would you not do that?
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm out of the cycle. I'm going to bed earlier. I'm waking up earlier. I'm trying to do that, you know, to help with school before, like, the wave of homework.
The tsunami of homework. Run!
Yeah, that's, I swear, first hour math was like the worst thing. I could not concentrate at all. And the worst thing is, it was all review, and I did so bad on that test. And it wasn't even like, I did good last year. I wasn't failing. I wasn't acing everything. I was passing. It was a higher grade than average. Fine. I'm doing good. But when you're tired like that, you just don't, like, nothing
Processes
works.
through you, yeah.
Your brain and body just
Start to
dies.
go in sleep mode.
Sleep mode. I don't think you know, in 6th grade, right? Remember the math teacher all the advanced kids had, Mrs. R?
Yeah. Oh, God.
I didn't hate that class
we
too
never
much.
did our homework.
Oh my God. Yeah, we have teachers, right? We have teachers that are so laid back.
No. Like, she wasn't laid back. She was just too trusting. Like, she'd hand out. She's like, "Here you go, guys. Just send me these sheets if your friend did your homework." We all had mutual alliances. Or like, "Shh, I know I did your homework, but you did do your homework here, so I'll sign you yes. You'll sign me yes." We all got full grades. Easy peasy.
Yeah. What was I gonna say about that class?
The fact that the tests were nothing like the homework.
No. Yeah. Like, we're 6th graders, and from elementary school, you get to sleep in later.
Yeah.
And so I come in tired, blah, blah, blah. We have to do the pre-test. And Miss Sarr, I almost said, she was like, okay, like, actually try. Don't just try and flunk this. It's supposed to be, you know, just seeing how much progress you do throughout the year. Then she allows us to take a nap. Oh my God, I never knew sleeping on a wooden desk would ever be comfortable. But let me tell you, when you're a 6th grader and your hours of sleep gets cut by, like, you wake up pretty much 3 hours earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And you're dead. You are absolutely dead. And I didn't even go to sleep earlier. I went to bed at the exact same time, but I just woke up earlier.
Like, hold on, when does elementary school start?
What?
So middle school
Elementary school starts at, I think it was like 8:25.
Alright, but like, we wake up earlier though to get there, other than the other kids. Like, they wake up like 7:30 to go to school at like 8:25, and we wake up at like 6.
Yeah.
It's another stupid thing.
Well, I feel like, you know, sometimes, something that I notice, elementary schools, there's so many more elementary schools, so the traffic is like...
It's more over, like, it's like overflowing, like, they're...
Well, with the elementary schools?
Yeah.
No, I
especially
think it's...
LM.
No, I think it was more relaxed out of anything. Like, Sometimes it would get hectic when the parents are like, "Oh no, my little kids."
No, but like, have you been to LM after school?
I took the bus, so I kind of.
You just got yeeted
Our
out.
elementary school. So our elementary school, we had like buses and stuff like that, whatnot. Usual. I thought mainly based on what I saw, the traffic wasn't as bad compared to the middle school. Like the middle school,
The morning hours.
the morning, literally,
The
when
line will reach all the way back.
yeah. I don't even live that far from the school, and literally, to drive there, it should only take like a minute if you get green lights, and it's 2 turns. Well, no, it's 1 turn. If you get green lights all the way through, it's 1 turn. 1 turn from my house.
Left, right.
Well, 1 turn at a traffic light. Okay.
Oh, well, yeah.
But
Wait, no, right. Oh yeah, you're right. It is 1 turn, no matter what.
yeah, so usually that would take a minute if the light's green. In the line, it takes like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And it's like, man. And it doesn't help because it's almost like Hunger Games. You got the elementary schools, and then they get killed off. And then you got the middle schools, and they fight to the death for the 2 high schools. The high school line, have you seen it when people are leaving?
Yes, like cars are like parked all the way back into part, like they're all backed up.
Yeah.
Which is why going on the bus is like your best option, or even walking and biking.
Yeah. Hold on. We're having some.
You finally woke up.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Yes.
Now, where did we leave off our conversation?
Something about schools.
Um,
Oh, parking lot troubles, like how there are huge lines.
yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, sorry about the intermission issues with computer. But yeah, this computer's not
It's
supreme,
doo-doo.
but we deal with it. You know what? Let's move on to a different topic. What's another thing? I mean, yeah, video games. I could go on and on about May, and you know that. So, for those who don't know, I'm a huge fan of Overwatch. I mean, this man a huge fan of Overwatch.
We are.
Get Overwatch. It is a very good game. And if you play May, I'm cutting you out of my life. Wait.
I played 1 match.
1 match?
1 match that was infected.
Okay, listen. May. She's a character. Okay, Jeff Kaplan, I need you to take notes right now.
We'll almost like send like what's this? We'll send we'll put an Overwatch short detailing May in the description.
Yeah. So basically, May, she's this ice Satan demon thing. She's like, amazing.
And
like,
then pow, you are dead.
Literally, she is so. Okay. The only reason why I don't say just take her out of the freaking game entirely is her backstory. Literally. So basically, for those who don't know Overwatch, I'm just going to geek out for a little bit. We actually just watched all the Overwatch shorts. Because why not? But, the thing is, though, is that with it, like, but the thing is, though, is that she worked in Antarctica to do research and stuff with a group, and they were her friends. So because there's a huge storm and they missed a window to get their supplies to fight through it, they decided to go through chambers.
Which if you don't know, that's like when you freeze your body
to preserve for longer.
And it's being done IRL, like it is possible.
Yeah, it's not perfected, so it's definitely not perfected.
BPM 0.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, all the cryo chambers, they malfunction, and all her friends die.
And she's like, "Oh no!"
She's left alone.
I'm not wrong. He's like, "Oh no, my friends! Time to kill."
Literally. So basically, she loses her connection because they were asleep for 9 years. They were only planning to sleep like throughout the storm. They sleep for 9 years. And then she's left with this little cute robot, Snowball. Snowball's adorable. But she's like, oh no, my friends. And then she gets an intermission from Overwatch, which was shut down. So she literally builds a freezing gun, which is the main reason why I hate her. And you'll learn about that later on. And she uses it to repair a tower, climb it, get a signal, and yeah, fight her way through it all. Happy ending, yay, she's alive. Not glad that she's alive, because in the game, it takes 0 skill. If you're a Samba player, watch out for Mays that actually know what they're doing. Because if you're trying to hack them from behind, they just turn around, because she has this gun. And she freezes, like, it's like a spray, right?
Yeah.
So, you can elaborate on that. I've been taking over.
You are dead. Pow! And so, like, you freeze them, they can't move, they're like, oh no. And she's like, headshot, pow!
Yeah, so basically she's got primary fire, secondary fire. Primary fire is just a spray of ice, freezes people. Really annoying because it only takes like 3 seconds.
I wouldn't say ice, more like snow.
Snow, whatever. Freezes them. Takes like 10, not even 10. Takes them 2 seconds to completely freeze them. They can't do anything. They're frozen. Just...
Yeah.
And then she presses right click. An icicle forms in her gun, and it shoots through. She headshots you, you're dead. Just imagine this for a moment. You're standing there, this person in the snowsuit has like the snow gun, and you're like, oh cool, she sprays it around. And then you freeze, and you're like,
oh no.
Oh no. And then she's like,
oh Mariwa, no, Shindiru, no ni.
Like, it's...
And like the ragdoll is like...
Yeah, and you know what, sometimes? Same thing happens with Hanzo, who's bow and arrow dude. You can still see the icicle in their head while they're dead. Like, what?
Imagine that.
Check out Overwatch, by the way. Trust me. Good game. Take it from him, too.
Es ist sehr gut. Spreche Deutsch? Nein, du kenne nicht.
Du kennst nicht.
Halt die Klappe!
He's not very good at German.
I will kill you.
Frau would not be happy.
I'll kill her too while I'm at it. 2 birds with 1 stone.
That is a very, very bold statement you said right there. I don't think you know.
I can imagine her rolling down, barging through the door. It's just like,
FBI, I know you're watching through this while we're recording. He's right here. This is the man. This is the. Yeah, that's what.
He's my accomplice.
No, I. Not existent. Okay, but as we were saying, what about something else to talk about? Because I could just rant for ages about May. Say something.
I'm thinking. Global warming.
Global warming.
Anti-vaxxers. Karens.
Those all fit in the same category.
So, stupid people.
Stupid people.
Alright, stupid people. So, let me get this straight. Vaccinations. People are like, autism? Oh, no, it will not give you autism. There have been very few cases where it has triggered something, but that's maybe like a 1 in a million chance. That's literally like, I can't.
Okay, the thing is though, right, is that the people like, oh, they use mercury. They don't even use mercury anymore in it.
They do use mercury. However,
not anymore. They used to.
No, they do. They still do. But like they put such a little amount, like it can't harm you.
It does nothing. It does nothing.
It just makes sure that nothing is able to like actually harm your body.
Yeah, and the thing is though is that they're like, I don't know how they could correlate to autism, and it's like there's so many people out there.
There can be a chemical reaction. It sounds like.
Yeah, there's this one article that made every anti-vaxxer go, oh, autism. And, like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get why people think this medicine is meant to help you. Like, oh, there's side effects. Obviously, almost everything has side effects. I could get diabetes from this. Like, what am I doing?
And then, like, there are anti-vaxxers on Facebook posting, I wish vaccinations were like those chickenpox play dates we had when we were kids. It's the exact same thing, but easier.
Yeah,
There's no difference.
It's less likely to harm your children.
Yeah,
too. That's the thing with vaccinations. Like it's superior.
Also, what about SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome? You know what that is?
Yeah, I'm aware. How does that correlate to vaccines? However,
Some anti-vaxxers like it causes SIDS.
what?
They legit think sudden infant death syndrome is caused by vaccinations. Like brain.exe. Let's stop.
Wait, you're joking?
No, legit. Like, you know, like those.
I need someone to confirm this. Confirm that this is not a thing, please.
It's a thing.
Oh my god, you're joking.
No, like people are this stupid.
We
Okay, so sudden infant death is basically when
as the name implies.
Yeah, it's when an infant just goes to sleep and is like, yay, it's dreaming. Then his heart's like, you know what? What if I just combust and just stops beating?
That is a very.
But it's true.
It is true, but that's a very interesting way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's I don't want that to be true. Like, as stupid as people are, I know how stupid people get, but I just don't want that to be true. I don't want that. I don't even want to think.
There's always someone stupider.
There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a smaller brain.
Always a smaller fish. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, same thing with like global warming. You got people who think global warming is fake, which I mean, like, if it was like years ago, then yeah, I could see that. Like many years ago, like maybe very late.
Like now, there's actual evidence. Like there are literal videos of like the North Pole melting out, like gigantic ice glaciers falling apart, polar bears yeeting into the ocean.
Yeah, like they're
sad.
Yeah, polar bears are now hunting. I forget what animal they're hunting, but now they're hunting animals that they would never. Whales, yeah.
They're like yeet.
Because they have nothing else to eat. Because usually they would stand on the ice.
And then they'd wait for like seals and baby seals. Baby seals are like a main priority for them.
Yeah, they would just wait for that. But now that there's no icebergs for them go on, they're literally gonna. And I bet you, if this keeps on going and the world just like doesn't become inhabitable, yet the North Pole just keeps on shrinking.
To be honest,
soon they're gonna develop to be swimmers. Like they're gonna evolve to become swimmers.
Or they just die out.
That is very true as well. That's the thing. Like, if there's no icebergs, there's no place for them to rest on, so they just drown and then they're gone. Like, there's many animals extinct. Like, there's people who are like, oh, it's not a thing. Animals, they're just doing. But there's so many animals going extinct, and sometimes people are like, oh, it has nothing to do with global warming because global warming's not real. Well, then explain why this species just all of a sudden, poof,
is going down.
Yeah, like,
Alright, I'm about to say something really controversial. Humans should not be existing. They should just die. The world would be better without us. We've done nothing good for the planet. We just nothing but take, and destroy.
That is a very, very,
Prove
very, very, very controversial step you're taking. But
yeah, true. I'm not wrong.
I somewhat agree with your statement because we haven't been helping Earth or
we've been doing the exact
anyone.
opposite.
We've only been harming, and I agree with your point that we take. But I mean,
of course, there's a but.
What?
Of course, there's a but in that.
What?
I'm talking with a brain dead human.
But the thing is, though, is that what was I saying? Crap. Random crap podcast. What was it? Crap. What was it?
What, the thing before?
Yeah.
Antarctic. I mean, the Arctic melting, global warming.
Global warming. What about global warming?
That some people are stupid enough to not believe it.
Oh yeah, with the humans, with your comment, the controversial step about the humans. So I mean, like, yeah, but to a certain extent, we can't like change the fact that we're here. I don't think.
Yeah,
well, I feel
we could just die.
I don't think any country wants to use up all the nuclear weapons for that.
No, but like have Chamber be able to just jump off and die.
I disagree with that point. Let's have a modest argument. Okay, hold on. We can't cause a mass extinction on it. We can't cause a mass suicide on ourselves. Okay? That'd be very hard. You know how many people would be like, commit suicide? No. Well,
oh, yeah.
Okay, now Susan's gonna be after me after I said that. I mean, commit Alt F4. Frick. Okay, Alt F4. Commit Alt F4. That's what we're saying now. Understood. I don't need Susan after me. But Alt F4ing the entire
Game end me.
Yeah, we can't game end humanity itself. But I feel like people need to actually do something. Because people are just like, "Boo, boo, 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 it's not real." But, like, it's a huge issue out there. Like, there's so much evidence and people are just denying it.
Yeah.
Many people say it's just fake. It's just the government. But why would the government be faking the death of our planet? That just shows how people... It just doesn't make sense to me anymore. Like,
Welcome to humanity.
we do take and take and take, but you know, we've learned so much as, you know, humans. Like, I know it's not like we've done anything good overall, but we've learned so much that we're the most intelligent species. But to be honest, at this point, I feel like dolphins are more intelligent. At this point. Like,
Everybody gangsta until the dolphins start talking.
like, I wonder what animal is going to evolve to be. Because if we get wiped out, will there be another animal?
Probably reptile, because reptiles have survived the past
Oh.
extinctions.
Yeah,
In fact, we've evolved from reptiles.
What?
Boy!
Reptile.
Yeah, reptiles. After the dinosaurs went... reptiles were like, you forget about me, and they start evolving to mammals. I'm not kidding.
That,
Search it up.
actually, that is that. Now that you say that, it's true. So doesn't mean technically everything is related to reptiles? Is that
Yeah.
why they say chickens are related to T-Rexes?
Yeah, they are.
That's why they say. Okay, that makes sense now. But the thing,
Except that's a totally different branch though. Reptiles came from the Crimean explosion, or like the evolution right afterwards once they started going on to land.
all right, smarty pants, hush.
No, I'm using my actual brain cells before they commit hang. No, before they commit game end.
Game man. Man, Susan's really gonna be after us on this one. But something about global warming, people are just like, oh, it's just a few degrees, like 1 or 2 degrees. I could go outside when it's 81 with a t-shirt and shorts, but when it's 80, I go out in the same temperature. You got a valid point, but if you think about it, you got cold temperatures, like 32 is the freezing point of water, correct?
Yeah.
So if that rises by 1, ice melts. Like, listen.
Yeah, they do melt, but slowly.
I know,
Like,
but
slow
slowly.
enough to melt eventually, but yeah.
But global warming isn't just affecting just by 1 degree.
Yeah, but it's affecting overall the planet. Like, it will affect the weather changes, it'll affect everything. Like, humid climates are going to experience more water. Drier places are going to expect more dryness.
Yeah, like, and I feel like people really need to take action on this. Like, and it's worse. I'm gonna get slightly political here. I'm not saying who I'm rooting for in any way, shape, or form, or who I'm against. However, I feel like we need more politicians who are planning on doing something against global warming because we have so many issues with it, and many of the main countries are contributors out of anything. Like, think about it. Third world countries, they don't have much.
Yeah.
What
like,
they can't pollute the air with cars if they don't have any.
But that's what they're doing. India's third world country, I think, and so is all of the middle.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, most of Asia.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like,
And then, like, most of Africa, maybe?
yeah, but they don't have it as much as, like, us.
No, like, third world countries have no restrictions on carbon dioxide emissions. However, first and second...
Okay, what I'm trying to say is U.S. is a main contributor, like a huge contributor.
Yeah, well, I mean, it used to not be, but ever since Trump came in power, he's like, remove the law! And they were like, okay, smoke may rise. And then smoke began to rise. Trump left the Paris Agreement on, carbon
the
emissions.
Paris Agreement. I was like, what are you
And so-
saying?
And so, like, he, like, removed the emissions limit.
Yeah. You know, I feel like,
Which was a good thing jobs-wise, but globally, it's a stupid condition. It's stupid,
yeah, because I feel like you can't just say, oh, this person did one thing, so we gotta hate on them. But, like, sometimes you gotta look at both viewpoints. You gotta see what's making the other person think that. Maybe as you said, what he did may benefit us now, but in the end game, how is that going to work out? Which, it's kind of like the pressure. Like, I'm not saying if I'm rooting for anyone, I'm against anyone. Trump has been having a very controversial term, and I don't think there's any facts going against that. He's had multiple issues, just in the government buildings.
All right,
in general.
let me introduce a new topic. What do you think about Democrats and Republicans and how they always root for their own team but not what they think?
That is like, especially when it came to like Trump's impeachment trial.
Yes, like
there was only one Republican
that
who voted
actually
against him.
thought by his mind. Like, what if everyone actually did what they believed in?
I feel like the country would be in a much better place.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, because it's not like, oh, you might lean or whatever, bam, 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 bam. I feel like they need to say what's on their mind. If they disagree with what they are, they don't have to agree with everything, you see? Because it's all just based on the main thoughts, which I don't know much about Democrats and Republicans, if I'm going to be dead honest.
Yeah.
But, like, if there's one argument, you disagree about it, but the rest of your team agrees on it, then yeah, whatever. Speak your mind. That is what you want, and it could help. But, yeah, back to Trump's controversial term. I just think, I forget where I was going with it.
Alright, well, while Janae gathers his thoughts, we're going to take a bathroom break. We'll see all of you in roughly 10-15 minutes. See you then.
Okay.
Welcome back. Janae
Bathroom break.
finally got enough brain cells to continue talking, and the bathroom break has finished.
Hold on.
Wonderful.
Excuse me. Official idiot here.
You know, we're just spending 10 minutes.
Alright, listen. Okay, so basically, this much better. Agree with me.
He's right.
Alright, so, what were we talking about? Stupid people.
Yes, stupid people.
You know, this entire time we've just been talking about stupid
things.
Stupid things. And they have to relate with humanity, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Humanity itself is stupid.
To a certain degree. We don't need people complaining. But I mean, like, to a certain extent, you can't even deny that fact. Like, to a certain extent, it is. We are very, very useless. But
I can vouch for that.
One especially thing, thankfully it's not as big as all the anti-vaxxers and stuff like that, is, whatchamacallit?
Flat earthers.
Flat earthers. They are interesting.
They are interesting.
There's this one guy. Okay, there's this one guy, right? He made a bunch of YouTube videos. He said that Australia was fake. This man was a flat earther and believed Australia was fake.
Lives in Australia.
No. You know what he said? He said that when they're going on the plane, they told him to close the window. Was there hair?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Probably from you. Alright, continue.
Okay. But he was on the plane and told him to close the windows. So because, transitioning from time zones, people weren't used to it. So then he said, oh, they just didn't want to see us the edge of the world. Of course, the usual. And then they drugged us.
They drugged us, they made us fall asleep.
Australia is not a place. And they drugged us.
It's like he was flying to Sydney on that flight to Australia.
Yeah, but he said they just flew to, like, an island that's nearby Australia.
New Zealand?
Australia. No, just, like, random islands that no one knows about. And they call it Australia, and everyone there are paid actors by the government. Which, I mean, which government? The Australian government?
Which government?
And also, you know what they say? Which, if these people, no way is it true, but if it's true, Britain is genius. You know why?
Why?
They believe that Australia is just a code word for the biggest mass murder in history. They believe those criminals, those British criminals,
Yeah, that were sent there.
there was no island. They just dumped them in the ocean.
And then, like, an island formed over the bodies.
No, they just think it's just a code word for, them just killing
Yeah,
everyone.
like, that's actually really smart, then.
It's really, really cool. Like, we're not promoting this.
It was real,
But it's obviously not.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if you're Australian and you flew out and you came back and you're like, oh, wait, where's my house? Then it'd be like,
Imagine having half of your nation being burnt alive and some idiot over and different continents like, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. There's also another person. They're like, yo, my girlfriend, she's such an idiot. I might break up with her. And at first, when first we I'm like, oh my god, this guy's, because just to accept people just say, oh, my girlfriend said she eats triple cheese mac and cheese instead of 4 cheese mac and cheese. I have to break up with her now. But the thing is, though, is that she spent $90 to, like, help koalas in need. And it was called Adopt a Koala. You know how those things are. Mm-hmm. She thought she was actually getting in a koala. Like, a koala would be mailed to her.
Mailed.
And just come in the mailbox. Oh, the koala.
It's like all scrunched up. You have to pull it out. It's like a plushie.
Yeah. Australia isn't doing too well right now. There's actually this guy, right?
Isn't there like a heavy rain going down right now?
There was, I believe. And it put out some of the fires. Not all. But are the fires still burning? I'm not 100% sure if the fires are still burning. If anyone wants to say in the comments, please and thank you.
To your 2 subscribers. Or don't put it on the...
It's true. Thing. Okay. But the thing is, though, is that, what was I going to say? Crap. Oh, yeah, this one guy. He was the one where, when it's spider season in Australia, have you seen that post? The spiders cover the webs and everything.
Hold on. You mean the spider season?
The spider season.
Yeah, it's like legit everything. Like, the grass, it looks like nothing, but it's actually spider webs.
Yeah, and someone said burn the whole country. And
then, like, less than, 3 months later.
No, it was a while later.
Yeah.
But he commented on one of the things and he said, "Oh, my bad." And,
whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen.
I didn't mean it literally.
But hey, too late. Just continue on with it.
Yeah, in all seriousness, it is very tragic what is happening. And yeah, I mean it's never, It's very sad, and I wish there's something we could do about it. But, hey, humanity's kind of stupid, and I think that's where we end off this podcast. So,
let's just hope humanity...
Cheers. Pretend you drink something. That is the end, and let's hope humanity gets smarter. I say smarter. He says deleted.
Either way,
controversial facts.
What do you mean facts?
Anyways, let's hope humanity gets smarter because right now we ain't looking too bright. Bye-bye.